Well, for one thing, I would like to call my life, my movie, based on who I am. The movie I would have, the title I would have for my movie, I would call it The Phantasmagoric Confessions of a Madman. That's one working title, because in some ways I do come off as being a benevolent madman in a way, because I do have crazy thoughts and ideas, and I'm very insane in a good way, and in some ways I like to help people and stuff like that. And basically the movie would be about my life and about certain things, about how I overcame certain things and certain ordeals, and how I came on YouTube, and how I lived my life, and how I did something so awesome and extraordinary that it was worth mentioning and worthwhile. And basically that would be the entire movie. Now, who would I want to play me? I am very picky about actors of who would play me in movies. I mean, a number of actors I would have that would play me that have some have passed on, and some are getting old. But if I had a choice of picking who would play me, I would possibly pick Michael Moore. He would be one choice. Harrison Ford is another. Robin Williams would be a third. This would be a third choice. I'd probably even put myself in there, because if the movie's going to be based on me, I want someone who can play my part properly and correctly. And the only person I know that could pull it off correctly would have to be myself.
An interesting title! I dare anyone out there to say it 5 times fast. And yes, I agree with you. Playing oneself in thy own movie just makes sense. I mean, seriously, who can play you better than you? Now, is there anything else you wish to add?
To add a lot of things about who I am. As for who I am, my YouTube name is Lord Shadrach. I am the Prime Minister and Lord Chancellor of the Polaris Federation. As I stated before, it is a large federation of different member groups, organizations, city-states, planets, interstellar unions, and organizations, all for a common cause. So far we have no territory at the moment, but we have a lot of territorial claims. I mean, among the territorial claims that I have include YouTube. A good portion of the galaxy would be under my jurisdiction, and the alien races that exist in this portion of the galaxy that I claim. Certain parts of the world, like big old chunks of the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, maybe parts of Antarctica, and a few places here and there in North America, Europe, and Asia, and Australia, and maybe pieces of Africa and South America. So in a sense, I have little pieces of territory and land just about everywhere. Every single where. As for my YouTube videos, I mainly talk about a number of topics. Like I said, my Christian faith, my belief in Jesus, my love for comics, my love for history, my love for music, my love for the internet, my love for living in the 21st century, my love for Gaia Online, and of course my love for G.I. Joe, Cobra Commander. Even though I don't agree with some of the things you do or say, I happen to respect you and I happen to like you. And I was upset when you were forcibly transformed into a snake in the G.I. Joe movie, because you didn't deserve to be treated that way.
An excellent answer! I'm going to find the writers who wrote the cartoon show and grind them up into cheap hamburger meat and then sell that cheap hamburger meat right back to G.I. Joe. Now, do you think you could do a better job running Cobra than me? If so, how would you do it? And if not, why not?
Well, I'll answer all the questions right there. I believe I could do a better job of ruling Cobra, but there is the part of me that doesn't like being a villain in a sense, in a way, because that's just not the kind of person I am. I mean, I do understand the ideology associated with Cobra. I can sympathize with it, but I don't agree with it. And based on your victory record and what I've seen in the cartoon, you have lost multiple times to G.I. Joe. I mean, I have a lot of ideas that I could use and what I could do against the Joes that would cripple the G.I. Joe so much that they would basically beg for surrender, because that's how bad I would be. But I'm not interested in rolling Cobra, so that's just not my thing. Even though I could do a better job at running Cobra than you, I'm not interested in the job. But if you want to contact me, you're free to do so, because, well, that's up to you.
The only reason Cobra has yet to defeat G.I. Joe is because the comic book and the cartoon show is called G.I. Joe, the Real American Asshole. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that Hero? Who cares? If the show had been called Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world, it would have made a whole lot more money. And if I haven't been running low on ideas, I just might give you a call. But don't wait by the phone.
Well, Cobra Commander, I personally want to thank you for inviting me on your show. And I personally am grateful for the opportunity to have been interviewed by you. And I hope you have a nice day. And one more thing, Cobra Commander, just for you. Cobra! Cobra! I had to do it twice because you deserve twice. Well, anyways, Cobra Commander, this is Lord Shadrach, and have a nice day.
And this concludes my interview with Lord Shadrach. Who will be my next guest? I don't know. Maybe it could be